Good evening as well as good morning unto all my fellow Israelite brothers and sisters out there in Christ. It's your host, One and Eyes. Basically, want to confront YouTube by the name of Holly Hood. I know she does a lot of videos on the Illuminati, and I noticed in checking out, scanning and going through some of her videos, I noticed she mostly deal with the men instead of women, which is sad and mistaken. See, any woman with any knowledge, being an older woman, ought to deal with women as a sign of knowing her role and staying in her place, and not so much focus on the men like she trying to talk down to and criticizing the men to discourage women who are not women that in the women but in the men like they're supposed to be, for trying to be in a relationship with a man. See, this is what the women of our nation have become. They basically have been brought to naught, meaning nothing, if not less than nothing. And when someone says less than nothing, that means they ain't worth a damn. It's like they can't find nothing else better to do than to talk down to and criticize the men of the nation, and not knowing that she is the seed of the same man that she's running her mouth about. Yeah, because you are who your father is, being that is the man that carries the seed. He's the same gender that is man, that determine what sex the child is going to be, also determine their national origin. Y'all can note the 4th book of the law, Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18, for that. And she need you all as well, especially her and you women out there that got that Americanized feminist lesbian like mindset that's doomed for destruction. If you don't want to be doomed for destruction, if you're not already doomed for destruction, it's too late. You finish in it. But if not, you still got a chance if you can just make the right decision instead of the wrong decision to head down the wrong pathway that leads to death and destruction. Supposedly be a part of the 2/3 that ought to make doom for destruction. Then, hey, it's saying, hey, all right, as a woman, an older woman, ministering unto other women and children that I have in my company, or that the company I am in, and getting to these younger women and teach them how to value themselves and how to respect themselves as well as their elders, especially the men of the nation in whom which they belong to. No matter how much they want to bleach their skin and dye their hair, trying to make themselves out to be something they can never be, and not even having no common sense to know, like, hey, why would a brother want to get with an invitational bootleg Barbie when he can have the genuine? Why would one settle for less when they deserve better? Why go for the invitation when you have the real deal? Someone that can naturally grow blonde hair at their scalp, can naturally grow red hair at their scalp, can naturally grow brunette hair at their scalp, can naturally have straight hair. No, real brothers are into real sisters, or real men that are worth something to be worthwhile and being some good are into real women that are worth something to be worthwhile and some good. So yeah, you don't need to be trying to need to pay attention to Titus. Note in Titus, this was Titus chapter 2, verse 3 and 5. And just notice that particular book correctly there concerning our people in particular, to be specific, the entire chapter, especially those verses, and notice how what's the order of the women supposed to be. Good and obedient to their own husband, not out and about blowing a rod of somebody else's man or some other man, but tending to their own man and raising their children up right as they ought to be in life according to knowledge, meaning the law of God. Yeah, instead of focusing so much on the negativity of the brothers, if you don't focus on the negativity on the brothers, you can't focus just so much on the negativity of the brothers without looking at the negativity of the sisters as well, when it's just as much negativity among them than it is us. They're the reason so many of us are portrayed in a negative light, because who are we left raised by? And don't even try to give me that mess that, well, who faulted that? Nobody. The man ain't there, so that ain't y'all fault. Exactly, he's not in the picture. So how you gonna blame somebody that went on the scene at the time of the bank robbery and trying than the one who was on the scene? The bank got robbed. One is left there holding the stash to be there on the scene that time the bank robbed and looking around like, why y'all handcuffing me to arrest me for and take me in custody? What about such and such? Well, such and such is not here on the scene to be in the picture. So why don't we say a bank just got robbed, we're going to arrest somebody that we didn't see there on the scene at the time the bank got robbed, rather than the one we seen there on the scene at the time the bank got robbed who didn't call us. But if anything, someone else or something else that matter was called on. Don't make any sense. First of all, the man is not in the home simply because the man don't have a place in the home. That's the reason he's not in the home. You want to wear both the apron and the tube belt. You got to learn to know your role and stay in your place, or else be dealt with. That's why you left all alone raising the child on your own, or trying to raise one. Look at the black community that's tore from the floor to be left in shambles. I mean, hey, you really ain't got nothing to boast and brag about. And about you being independent and all that, there's no such thing as an independent woman. Not an independent man, much less an independent woman. There's such thing as an interdependent man, as well as there's such thing as a dependent woman. An independent person is one that don't have to depend on no one or nothing for that matter at all. But one who's interdependent is one that do not have to depend on nobody but God and Christ alone, in whom they only have to rely and depend on, and that's man only in him alone. But now one who's dependent is one who has to depend on man, only depend on man, and him alone is the woman only have to depend on her alone. Note the order, women, note the order. As it is written, the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, as God is automatic the head of Christ, who is our head, meaning the men of Israel. So women, learn to know your role and stay in your place. Just because you are single and lonely, don't mean you have to make nothing but videos just bashing brothers. Talking about how they on the down low and stuff like, hey, there's more sisters on the down low than these brothers. I don't even have that shit. I just seen them open do some on the down lows. Yeah. And hell, so many of you all act like you got so much damn testosterone. Hell, it's like messing with a damn little dude. Like, hell, why not get a real dude? Just the same as I said earlier about why set up an invitation when you have the real thing. Yeah, why not get a real dude? This bitch sitting with her leg cocked wide open with a hand between her, head twisted to the side, voice down, just damn there deep in the mind. If the bitch could grow chest hair, you'd think she was a man. Lord have mercy. But yeah, well, anyhow, real talk. Yeah, take back your femininity, because you have lost it. Yeah, you have lost it. Somewhere during that 1970, you know, when y'all sold us out, yeah, it's still selling out, and yeah, so and then have the nerve to talk about sell out. Sell out from what? What? How am I crossing over? You know, I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's not like I'm on this side and I decide to cross over to that side. What side am I on? Our women ain't with us, and they really ain't never been for us. So how I'm crossing over? Anyhow, yeah, this goes out to Hollywood. I can care less what you think, or even say for that matter, because all women formed with me should not prosper. But now, it is what it is. So deal with the negativity of women, man. I mean, seriously. Notice when brothers get on when they get on sisters, they get on brothers as well. They typically get on. There's a lot of brothers just hard on other brothers than they is sisters. But how many sisters can we say that the same? No, sisters just that shows you that, like that song would target you women of Judah. Sally has a one-track mind. I mean, she's one-dimensional. She only see things her way. So the hell with her. As the other Jake member said, hey, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. She's gone. The majority, keyword majority, not all. Thank God entirely is not all. Not entirely. Say thank God not all. But unfortunately the majority. But fortunately not all entirely. But the majority are finished. And just to keep you from being in that bracket, if you're a sister or Negro or Indian descent, for me to even classify and consider you a sister, that's even if you have that mindset of one who can be classified and considered a sister and being a sister, for me to even say your sister, then sister, to keep you from being in that bracket, you take heed. But if you're not a Negro or Indian descent, then you're some other origin or some other heathen or one of the other heathen nation, then it don't matter what you do, because I can really care less, because you're doomed for destruction anyway. But yeah, it's about time for us as a people to be about the resurrection and the restoration of our people, and start being just as racist as others are to us. That's the key for the other nation having the upper hand on us, and us wind up having in the end with the short end of the stick, because we're not racist. We want to love everybody that don't love us, when others love themselves before they love anyone else, if not just themselves only. And that's how they can move up. They can come together for the better in spite of us, and unite, that they may stand to rise. We don't. Until we learn to come together for the better in spite of the worst, that knowing that you're not understanding the body fall, that we may rise in occasion, we're never going to get anywhere in life. But until we do that as a people, we're never going to get anywhere in life. When we do that, then that's when we actually begin somewhere we're supposed to be in life. And so, yeah, with all that being said, Israel, I'd like to sum it up by saying it is what it is. Shalom.